What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Joel Friday TV podcast. I am Joel Friday. Bienvenido. Welcome to the show. It is Monday, and we are live on YouTube and on IG. Do me a favor, hit that like button, smack it, lay the smack down on the like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we can get the subscribers up and the message out. Help a brother out. As you guys know, it is a talk show. You can call in at 888-775-3773, 888-775-3773, and we could talk about whatever you want. Past shows, today's show, argue, agree, whatever you want to do, I'm down. I'm down. So you can call in. If for whatever reason you can't call in, but you still have a question or comment, or you just want to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV. The link is in the description, or go directly to the YouTube live chat. Hit the super chat button. Send your question or comments there, and I'll read them live on air. You know what I mean? I had a little stumble there. I'm still trying to adjust from being back in town, because the time change is a little different. Not major, not nothing crazy. But the flights and the delays and it was just a lot over the weekend, but it was worth it. It was a good time, and we're going to get into it today. Let me just make sure everything's squared away over here. Shout out to the Lion's Den over on IG chat. What's going on, y'all? Vet Nurse, shout out. King Wesley, shout out. Amazing stuff. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to the Mod Squad over here in the Snake Pit. Shout out to the YouTube chat. Holding it down. Holding it down. Lucas Dukas said, wow, Joel is actually dressed a professional. Don't be so surprised, Lucas. Hey, I wear a dress shirt every once in a while, okay? Which one do you guys prefer, dress shirt or t-shirt? Which one? Or both? Press 1 for dress shirt, press 2 for t-shirt, press 3 for both. And let's see. Amazing stuff. Oh, man, I got some pictures I want to show you guys from the trip a little bit. Couple pictures. I got some stuff I want to show you guys, but I want to really just like recap one for the dress shirt. So I'm seeing ones for the dress shirt. I'm seeing 3 for both. Appreciate it. No 2s. So nobody likes the t-shirts, huh? Nobody's messing with the t-shirts. Okay. Fair enough. Joel never shouts me out. It's because I'm black and he's racist. What's up, Kevin Howe? Shout out, Kevin Howe. I just never see him in the chat, in my chat. I always see him in everybody else's chat, but not in mine. What's up, Kevin Howe? Never wear silk. Ooh, silk shirt. Come on. Talk about love language. A red silk button up. Stop playing. I have the YouTube algorithm going crazy. But no, we're going to chill. With one button undo right here. Oh my God. They wouldn't know what to do. Gail says, Lord. That's funny. Matthew. King Wesley on IG says, maybe Kevin, referring to Kevin Howe, maybe Kevin would get a shout out if he sent a super chat every now and then. Ooh. What's the cause calling you out, Kevin? King Wesley calling you out. Nice. Um. Oh, also, people in my chat be asking. No, people in like. No, I think it's my chat. Ask for, ask for a wrench, but then I don't see them in here consistently. So how am I gonna give you a wrench and you ain't never even in here? You know what I mean? And for those that don't know what a wrench is like mod status. So you have like privileges of blocking people or silencing people or deleting comments and stuff like that, right? You have YouTube channel privileges. But a lot of people say that, oh, I don't know about a lot of people, but people will be like, oh, mod me up, mod me up. But then I ain't never even see them in the chat. So they not the real deal. All my mods be showing up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to C-Sal, Terry Strange, Kel Samoki, Chris, the Hake Report, the American Anchor Baby. These people loyal to the soil. Consistency. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Okay, so man, I was in Mississippi over the weekend, and I had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? I was out there because a friend of mine named Isaac, which I met him through Bond. So some of you guys may not know who Isaac is, but Isaac is a friend of Bond's. So everybody who works here pretty much knows who Isaac is. Isaac came on he's been to men's conferences, father and sons men conferences that Jesse has held. He also was interviewed by Jesse. Him and his father were interviewed, I believe. I could be wrong. On the Fallen State. Or maybe it was just Isaac that was interviewed. But either way, Isaac was here. And I met him when he came down like years ago, like 6-7 years ago. And as soon as I met him, super cool guy, super down to earth. He also did music, so we kind of related and connected on that. He ended up leaving back home after he visited, and then we like linked up on like some musical things, and I went out there to record a song with him. His dad been playing drums for a very long time. His dad is he's a known drummer. You know, he's a staple in the drummer community. I think my voice cracked. But so at their home they have a studio, they have the whole setup. So I went out there and we did a song together, did a music video, and like we had some fun. And ever since, we just kind of stayed in contact, and we've been super cool, and we talk, all the time. Very like-minded, very smart guy, Isaac, and very grounded. And he got married over the weekend, and he invited Jesse and I out, but Jesse had to get his eye taken care of, so he couldn't make it. He was mad he couldn't make it because we planned this out, but sometimes that's how it goes. But I ended up going out there, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful day. If anybody who ever been down in Mississippi, Tupelo to be specific, it's very, there's a lot of land, there's a lot of green, a lot of forest, a lot of trees. Beautiful. The sun was out. It was a real intimate venue. So it was very small, but very nice. And I learned so much being over there. And shout out to Isaac and his Mr. and Mrs. I won't say the last name, but Mr. and Mrs. Shout out to them because, long story short, Isaac and I would have conversation while he was in college about dating and the dating scene and he would tell me his stories as he was dating, girls and just trying to, you know, just figure out what's going on. And after he graduated, life just freaking, could I say freaking? Life just took off for him. He, got a place, met a girl, got a good job, and it just all unfolded for him in like a short amount of time. And it was crazy to watch. And now he's got a place, he's got a home, he just got married, he got a great job. Like he's living a life, American dream. So it was nice to see that. But what I learned a lot from being over there is how solid the people are in the South. You know what I mean? Like, of course, everybody has their own little issues, right? But they're very grounded people. You know what I mean? They're very solid and very genuine, very authentic. And I don't know, it's just a humbling experience for me, because what was interesting is that they're the most people in the South, and I imagine this is just across the world, just people that live in the country. I just imagine this to be the same, is that they're the most regular people in the world. You know what I mean? Just regular. And what I mean by that is they don't got a bunch of extra stuff about them. You know what I mean? They're not all over the place. They're not their personalities aren't loud. They're very regular. And when I'm watching that, I'm observing everybody thinking it's so nice to see. It's refreshing because it's very just stable. And not only that, I get to the rehearsal dinner, because I was a groomsman, by the way. I was honored to be a groomsman. And I was a groomsman for his wedding. And we get to the rehearsal dinner, and everybody's just talking about their experiences of being married and any advice they can give to the future bride and groom. And people are just talking, and I'm just sitting there meeting everybody. And every single person, I'm talking about probably except for two, and me being one of them, we're all married. Married and been married, even the young ones, the ones in the 20s married, and the older ones married. Everybody married, right? But not only that, I'm listening to all the adults give advice to, Isaac and his future wife, or his wife now. And I'm just listening, and they're all talking about the order of God. They're all talking about obedience. They're all saying that you gotta obey the husband, you gotta respect him, and you gotta, you know what I mean? They're all just kind of just get it. And I'm thinking in my mind, I've never seen so many people in one room be in agreement about this thing. So I'm listening to that, and that's just refreshing. Also, I'm just this black guy. There's a couple other black guys there too. Because Isaac is he's white, but he's got some soul to him. So he's got a lot of black friends and white friends, and good guy. But and they're just very conversational, kind, generous. You know what I mean? Hospitable. Everything you could think of, they're just showing it. And it seems normal to everybody else, right? I'm blown away. But everybody else there is not thinking that's a big deal. They're how would you say? They're happy to meet me because they hear that that some of them, and not only that, some of them watched the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and they all love it. And they were watching it even before Isaac showed it to them, right? And they love Jesse Lee Peterson, so that's another thing. But also they were happy to see me, and They were looking forward to seeing Jesse as well because they watched the show and all that stuff. And meanwhile, I'm excited to be around them because it's so refreshing to see these type of people and the way they live and how they present themselves. And I've never seen that living in LA. So I'm thinking like, this is so incredible. All of them, every single last one. And then the ladies too, the ladies that were there, all of them got their fathers and mothers in the home. So they're even solid, right? As solid as they can be. As solid as they can be. But you could tell the difference. And I'm like, this is incredible. So, I'm just like observing and watching and, it was just the most interesting thing. I didn't want to leave, for one. Didn't want to leave. Keep me in the South. Keep me there. But it's because I just never been there. I ain't never been there. I went to Louisiana where most of my folks are from, both sides of my family, when I was 4, when I was younger. So I don't remember nothing. But I never been there to where I was like, as an adult, besides the past 2 times I've been to see Isaac. And just incredible. I started thinking like, how can I move out here and still live in LA and work with Bond? Terry said Joel had a culture shock. That's for sure. And even they were complaining about the humidity. Like, it's so humid out here. It's so humid. I was like, I love it. I love it. I'm sweating with a smile. It was like definitely a culture shock. And it was more a reflection of me never leaving, never going anywhere, really. I've been to Florida a long time ago. I've been overseas one time to China for like a dance thing for a couple months. I've been in Nevada, Arizona, which is close to California. But, I haven't traveled around that much. So it's really like me probably just overreacting. But what I was overreacted to was amazing. Very humbling experience. And then I wanted to say two more things. Couple more things. Can't serve 2 masters. Jasmine says Joel went to white people heaven. That's what it felt like. I'm not even gonna lie. Listen. And like I said, everybody got their own issues and stuff like that, right? But I'm not gonna lie. Most of the white people, most of them there were white people. And you just see the real deal. And I know Isaac and his dad probably watching, and they're probably thinking like, Joel's overhyping us. It don't seem like that to me. Right? Not even Isaac's dad, great guy. You know what I mean? Like, talk to him for hours. He understands it. He gets it. Isaac's mom is great. You know what I mean? Isaac's mother is great. I got some pictures. I hung out with Isaac's uncle. Isaac's uncle and Isaac's aunt and their daughter because I rode back with them to the airport. Hung out with them for a day. They're incredible. Adopt me. So I'm gonna show you pictures of that too. But I want to say this is that Tupelo, Mississippi is known for their musical community, right? Not the community, but just Elvis grew up in Tupelo. So that's like a major deal over there. Elvis is everywhere. In the hotel, in the bathroom, in the toilet, a picture of Elvis, everywhere. Blankets are Elvis. And it's like a big deal. And I was watching, I was like, wow, this is interesting. I didn't know like he had this bigger influence. But it's not just that. The type of the way these people, like, how talented these people are when it comes to music is on a whole nother level. It's insane. We go to Isaac's dad's house where they have a studio, and everyone's in there after the rehearsal dinner, and everybody's just playing, right? And I'm thinking I'm cool because I could dance and they do a little rap here and there. And these guys get on the drums, and they get on what else they have? All kind of other instruments he has in the thing. And they're just playing, the guitar guy that is playing this guitar. And mind you, these aren't like, these people, they love to play, but they also have regular jobs. Like, they're in the medical field. Like, these people aren't like musicians, right? Besides Isaac's dad. These people have regular jobs, but they just get on the instruments and they start playing. And I'm thinking, like, what the heck is going on right now? The way I don't even know how to explain it. They know it comes from such like a like authentic place. They really know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And so much so, Isaac starts singing Chris Stapleton, one of my favorite songs. Now I'm blanking on it. Tennessee Whiskey. Blows it out the park. And I'm feeling like I'm at a concert. I'm like, these people are insanely talented, and they're just regular people. I didn't even know half of those people that started playing even played instruments, and they picked the dang instruments up. I'm talking about these are like, what do you call those? They work in the hospitals. This guy, he plays the guitar. He's a legal drug dealer. That's what they call it over there. A legal drug dealer, which is like a pharmacist. Isaac's a pharmacist as well. And they picked up this guitar. I didn't even know. He doesn't even look like he plays guitar. He picked up a guitar. Garth's going to town on a guitar, killing it. And I'm just listening to them jam out. I'm like, this is insane. I'm over here stressing out, trying to hit a note, trying to dance battle. And they just play so naturally and just for fun. And they're not stressing about it. And there's no ego involved. They're just having fun with it. Ain't no fear. They ain't worried about, what's this going to sound like? What people are going to think? They're just having fun with it. And it just translates. So whatever Elvis did over there to the water, Lord have mercy. He did it. Because it's on a whole different thing. So I was up there just inspired. I was like, these are just regular people. And that's where it's at too. You know what I mean? So let me show you some pictures. But definitely so much different than LA. Oh my God. You get egos over here. You get all these different things. And I guess LA has like, they has its good things as well, right? I'm still trying to find them, trying to figure them out. But, Bond's here, and I'm grateful for that. That's really the only thing keeping me here. Bond's here. You know what I mean? My work's here. Podcast's here. So I'm grateful for that. But it's just different. It's just different type of thing. LA. And Jesse probably understands more because when he first moved out to LA, it wasn't like what it is now. But it's just not the same. "100%, C-Sal. She says, sounds amazing, Joel. Heaven on earth when Christ is in the center of all of it. Yeah. Joel bought some cowboy boots and a hat. Almost came back with an accent. Let me show you some pictures, though. Let's see. You can call in 888-775-3773. 888-775-3773. Let me see here. And then we'll switch topics in a second. But I just want to show you guys this. So let's go to. So we rode in on my way home back to the airport the Sunday because I got in late. Flight was late. So that Sunday we rode into Memphis to look around, and I rode in with Isaac's uncle's family. And let me show you right here. Boom. Let's see the first pic here. Oh shoot, you can't even see it. You can kind of see it, but it's not supposed to be sideways. What the? Let's see if the second one is the same. What the? It's not supposed to be sideways. But right there, that's his family. That's his family. That's his uncle and his family. And I hung out with them for the day. And they're super nice people. I felt like I was one of their, my adopted parents. Josie's so sweet, the little girl over there. She's 15. And let me tell you one last thing, because this is a bad angle. Let me tell you one last thing. Josie, 15 years old, but she got her mama and daddy around. When I tell you this little girl was so mature and confident, and not the fake stuff, right? Not the fake stuff. I'm talking about when this little 15-year-old girl, and I know the difference because I've been around a lot of teenagers teaching dance classes and all that stuff. Been around a lot of them. Gen Zers, right? When I tell you that this little girl, she's not little, but she's 15, so mature, natural confidence, right? She speaks, confidently. She's very outgoing, smart, but realize it comes from having both the parents in the home, and being raised by her father and mother. Father is present. You know what I mean? And you can only imagine what years down the line, when she gets married, she meets somebody, how solid of a lady that she can be, that she will be. And it's just weird. It is weird to see. Just mature. For now, 15 years old, mature, confident. I'm like, wow, this is. Where am I at? Where did I die? Did I die? I must have been. I died and went to heaven, and then I came back. You know what I mean? It was so nice. But now when JLP tells the stories about living in Alabama in the South, and even on the Jim Crow laws and all that stuff, how he said that it was amazing, I understand what he's saying now. Because even with the Jim Crow laws, because it's just a different type of values and morals that people are living by, and they're not like crowded with all the things that we have over here, like in the cities, especially the blue ones. So if you stop seeing Joel and you guys start wondering where Joel go, why hasn't Joel been here? Where's he been up to? Just know I'm probably somewhere in the South. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Texas, maybe Mississippi, maybe Florida, maybe Virginia, maybe Louisiana. Back to the roots. Who knows? But my heart is with y'all. Anyway. Yeah, definitely a humbling experience for sure. But anyway. Joel, it's been 32 minutes, no calls. I know everybody's bored. Everybody's bored now. They want to hear some actual stuff. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I had to share that with you guys. And Joel's gonna learn the hard way. Hypocrites and liars people are. Hey, I'm not saying these perfect, and I ain't saying these people don't have issues, but they do. They do have a wholesomeness about them that we just don't have here in the States. I mean, in the States, in the city, or at least in LA. I'll just speak about LA. Right? They're not as, it's like Sean. It reminds me of Sean. You know what I mean? Like solid guy, but not flashy. It doesn't mean that, people don't have their own things that they're dealing with, their own demons. You know what I mean? But just a solid guy, but not flashy at all, right? Not flashy. And I respect that. You know what I mean? I respect that. So if any of you guys have a room available for me in Texas, let me know. I'll pay rent. I'm good for it. I'll work. You know what I'm saying? I'll work. If you got a room available, let me know. It got to be in the country, though. Got to be in the country. At least close to. I need some grass. I need some green. I need some land. Some acres. Okay? Anyway, let's see what we got else here we can get into. Let's see. I did have a clip about a girl talking about love. Y'all want to get to that? You guys seen this girl's been going crazy. What's her name? Gaddis. The Gaddis girl's been going crazy. Lily Gaddis. She's been all over everywhere and just doing her thing. So that's been interesting. I think it's 2 L's, James. 2 L's. Lily Gaddis. She's been all over the place, and she's very conservative. She's more conservative than I thought. I thought she was really more into like, relationship stuff or like just life in general. But she's very conservative. She definitely, leans more into that type of thing, which is a little bit, not concerning, but I'm not really a big fan of people who like lean so hard onto conservatism opposed to being a Christian, because then the lines get too blurred, right? And then they start identifying with that, and they lose like the spirit of life. So, and on top of her being a female, she shouldn't really be, in my opinion, too high strung on these type of things. I hope that she doesn't get out of hand and she just gives her opinions and keeps it moving. And really speaks on, and really is what she speaks on about, like, being a wife and wanting a man to be a man and all that stuff. I hope that she really adheres to her own things that she's saying, because she doesn't need to be a voice for conservatism or be out there leading the way for women who are traditional. Like, she don't need to be doing that. She just make her points, and she can keep making them, but still be logical about these things. Logical as she can be. So she's out there doing her thing, And I'm not mad at it, right? And they don't like it. People hate it. Why? Because she's white and she's bold and confident. Raised by parents. Another example. And I love it. I'm here for it. I'm rooting for it. She's saying the N-word and stuff like that. I don't care. Don't bother me. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to you either. So, salute to her. I wish her well. Then you also got Caitlin Clark. You know, she's being hated upon. It's so crazy that these people are really hating these ladies. Really hating these ladies. And especially Caitlin Clark, she ain't looking for nobody's hate. You know what I mean? She playing basketball, doing her thing, and they really after her. They're really after her. And I will say that when it comes to Caitlin Clark, and women's basketball, I will say she's not the only one that is, I'm sure, that's taking it to the next level. There's also other people who play a part in that, for sure, right? For sure. Like Angel Reese, from what I hear and the clips I see, she's a solid basketball player, and she has great numbers as well. But she unfortunately just doesn't have the full package. And that has to be accepted and understood, right? But there are people in the mainstream and on social media that aren't giving the credit to all that have like influenced WNBA, I guess, right? But the point is that the reason why Caitlin Clark is doing so well is because she's able to, and mind you, she's got her own issues too, right? But as it's often seen in the white community, is that they know how to conduct themselves in the public and let their issues be their issues in their own lives, right? They know how to put on all that the world needs to see. You know what I mean? They don't carry all their issues, and they're not like overflowing with problems all over the internet and all over. Their attitudes are not all over the place. They're very confined, and they know how to conduct themselves, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about, and Caitlin does that because obviously she's been raised this way, from what from what it seems like, right? And I'm not saying that like I agree with like women taking the route as women being professional basketball players. You know, that's another conversation. I'm not even saying I necessarily agree with that, because I don't think that helps with becoming a woman, right? And finding your role as a woman. But if that's what she wants to do, that's up to her, and that's the life she wants to live, that's on her. But at the end of the day, the reason why they're picking her is not because she's white and they just want to, people love white people. It's not just about, it's about the fact that she knows how to conduct herself. She's able to also be great at what she does as far as WNBA. And she doesn't have a bad attitude. She's likable. All these things play a part, right? So if you want to be in that spot, and this is for all the other NBA players and WNBA players, if you want to be in a spot, you can't just be good. You got to also be likable. You know what I mean? You can't be having, an attitude and a reputation and a crazy personality and expect to have the same attention. It's just not how it works, because people relate to goodness, at least what they perceive as what goodness looks like, right? Everybody wants a positive image. Nobody wants to celebrate messiness. Nobody wants to celebrate ghetto. Nobody wants to celebrate attitude. They want to root on somebody who seems to be wholesome. So that's why she's getting the praise. It ain't because of her skin color. But you're hating her because of her skin color. Isn't that crazy? The very thing that you think that the black people think that she's getting the praise for is the very thing they're actually hating her for. When that's not even a reason why she's getting the praise. So you're actually making it about race. It ain't about race. But you're making it about race by being angry and saying it's because of the white people. Yeah, Angel Reese, you probably worked hard and helped get it to the next level, but you don't have that star quality. Sorry, hate to break it to you. You may be great. You may be the best WNBA player, right? But you don't got the star quality. It's just the facts. It's just how it goes. Zenny said, Joel going to get Caitlyn and Lily tatted on the chest. That's right. Caitlyn on the left and Lily on the right. And I'm modding them on the JF. They ever show up? They ever pull up to the JFTV chat? Modded right away. Modded right away. Anyway, let me get to some calls. Auto mod. Let's go to JC out of Arkansas. JC, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
What's up, Joel? I see you came down to the beautiful South.
Oh, yeah. You live in the South?
Arkansas.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. See, I'm not familiar with what is South and what's not, so.
Right. I'm the Arkansan from Arkansas. And so that's why I'm like, you called it Arkansas. I'm like, no, that's the wrong pronunciation. I wasn't going to call and stuff because I know how much your fans love to hear my voice. I should call more just for that fact. But I was like, of course the beautiful South is great. We're not as bad as it seems. And when I lived in L.A. and stuff, y'all just seemed like jaded and didn't like to smile. Like, it was like so weird seeing Angelinos or whatever. Y'all didn't like to smile and stuff. I'm like, why y'all didn't like to smile?
Yeah, that's true.
But I was told I was too nice for L.A. because I always was a Southern gentleman and stuff, like holding doors for people and saying y'all and how y'all doing and things like that.
Yeah, conversating and being. Yeah, I believe it. I definitely believe it.
No, I hope I don't mess up my point with what I'm calling about. Okay, so you mentioned this Gaddis girl. Is that the one that was using the N-word on TikTok and then she said she had 0 F's to give?
Yeah, exactly. That's her.
Joel, you be letting your white friends use the N-word around here.
I don't care. Like, matter of fact, I've never not known white people to not say it growing up.
What?
The white people, like the white friends I had, they said it and it was no big deal. I grew up and then I went to a Hispanic neighborhood. They said it. As a matter of fact, they were saying it more than I did. I never thought of it as like a weird thing or a racist thing.
You ever been called one? Like, not like a rap song reference, but a hard R reference.
Oh, yeah. I've been called it before. Yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
You know what? It might be a little bit different for me because I didn't grow up around black people to be able to identify with that word as being slanderous. I mean, of course, I kind of knew, that was like the agenda of, or like the, I guess the approach that black people took about that word. But, yeah, I never looked at it in that way. Like my cousins were all Hispanic and mixed. They're mixed as well. And they always used to joke around with me and say the N-word. I just never seen it as a bad word until in my adult years, I started like getting out in the world and seeing like how black people really take it offensively. But I think it's only because black people are in the black community identify with it as being a bad word, not for the sake of what it actually is.
Yeah, but Joel, some point, I know you have to always remember you still are going to be looked at and seen as that, especially one day if some of your like white viewers and stuff get mad, they will instantly turn on you, turn on Big Bum, turn on Jesse, and they will use it with a hard R because I've been a part of some of the things that they said and attached to me, and and it's not fun being called that. Like I've definitely been called.
Why does it bother you though? Why does it? I mean, I understand how sometimes words can be what they are, but why does it bother you so much?
Well, I'm the one from last year that when that 77-year-old man called that 27-year-old black guy an N-word twice and the 27-year-old killed him. I was for that. I was like, good, because that started a physical. That's basically started an altercation. And
so you think that it was good that somebody was killed over using that word?
Yes.
Why? I don't understand.
I don't like that the 27-year-old had to be put in that position. I don't like that he has to live with that for the rest of his life. But it was self-defense.
But do you understand? But do you understand though, JC, that is absolutely, and I'm respectfully, that is absolutely insane that anybody should react to that stupid word. Go ahead.
Like I said, I've been called that a few years back when I was in college and Obama had got reelected, and I went to a predominantly white institution, and as I was celebrating, I got called that with the hard R, and because I wanted to keep my scholarships is why I didn't launch across the room and knock him the F out.
But do you know, just because of time here,
yes, sir.
Just because of time, do you know that the only reason why you feel that way is because you've been taught to feel that way?
Yeah, and I completely agree. I was definitely taught to feel that way and stuff. I wasn't brainwashed into it like a lot of people want to say.
Yeah.
I was taught my history. I was taught what my ancestors had to go through, how people that looked like me were dying, how I went to the legendary Little Rock Central High School with the home of the Little Rock Nine from 1957. So yes, and also being called that, why I still fight that racism exists to this day. I'm going to keep fighting and stuff. And if somebody, because I don't like the word in the first place. Let's get that.
Well, I understand.
Put that in the word.
Right. Well,
I don't like any version of that word. I don't like it in rap songs. I don't like it from racist. So I think it's an evil word altogether. But if somebody, especially some white person, says that to me with an A or a hard R, I'm probably just going to. It's going to take everything in me to not send them to a cemetery.
Well, the thing is, and I understand what you're saying, but the thing is that that's a problem that's in you that you have to work out. Anybody who gets offended by any words is that they have to worry about overcoming that, or else you're going to live a life of people controlling you with words, and that goes for myself as well. But the whole idea of somebody saying something to you disrespectfully, it makes no sense because it doesn't make it true. So if they call you the N-word in a degrading sense, why do we have to give them the power of having that control of us if it's not true?
So many of our ancestors got called that and they couldn't do anything.
So what does that mean? What does that mean, though?
Well, now that we are free people, they're not going to keep disrespecting us, and this world has been getting more and more disrespectful, and a lot of those Trumpers that you all are is making this world a lot more disrespectful.
Well,
I will say, there's a lot of black people being nice. Like, I listen to a lot of these calls and stuff on this network from, like, the Marks and the Haydens and things like that.
Yeah.
We hear the hoods being taken off. We hear the hoods being taken off. There's a lot of black people that are a lot more I'm a nicer black guy. You're a nicer black guy.
Right.
We both know there's some more that are a little bit more meaner than you and I can be and stuff. But if they push us all to a limit and stuff, there's a reason people fought for civil rights and people are still fighting for black rights today. And
well, I think, I understand what you're saying. And the thing is that that's true, is that there are people that are going to come at you with a disrespectful tone. And it's that tone that really is the indicator. And we think it's the N word or we think it's the other things. But if somebody said the B word or any other word with the same type of tone, like demeaning, look down on you type of tone, yeah, we're going to feel disrespected. But I think in all honesty, we have to overcome being disrespected. And that's the only way this stuff was really going to stop, because everybody's so sensitive.
But I call your best friend over there, Hank. I call him the B word all the time whenever I super chat, disrespectfully.
Right. Well, see, that's so you're the same thing as the other people.
And I do it disrespectfully, wholeheartedly.
So then, what makes you different than the so-called racist people who say the N-word?
Because I know when they're saying that they don't like me, and if I'm saying something, name calling, I'm definitely not liking the people that I'm calling it out to.
So then you're the same as that.
Shout out, Baljan, man.
Two devils fighting, right?
I don't think it's two devils. I think people can have disagreements and stuff, and people can dislike each other. But that's also like why we have nemesis and enemies. Why can't I talk? Enemies, and feuds and things like that. But we also I feel like there are times when people try to give understanding, and sometimes when people are too ignorant to accept understanding of the wrong they're doing in the world. And so, yeah, I might do an ad hominem after I've made my point.
But that's not good. But that's not good because you're pointing the finger, but you're doing the same exact thing. And
I know. I've shamed Michelle Obama where she says when they go high, when they go low, we go high. But I like what Eric May say. Rest in peace. When they go lower, I go lowest.
But like that. Well, then you call it, and then you say that the chat is all these things, but yeah, you're saying that you're even willing to go lower. So that means you're even worse.
They attacked me first. They attacked me first with their towers and their rainbow discrimination. They attacked me first. So
well, you got to get over. I don't mind you calling in and stuff like that. So that's not what I'm saying. But just know that
you got to go for time.
You can't. You don't need to. You have to work on that whole calling the chat out and stuff like that, because you probably. As a matter of fact, not probably, but you care more about the chat than they care about you. I'm being totally honest, because nobody's really talking about you until you call.
Your boy Vinny, your boy Vinny literally said this blank is evil last week in the chat.
Right,
people be talking all over. I'm not even allowed in the chats, I don't think, and I'll be looking sometimes, but they still have me on their tongue and stuff. I'm like, well, dang.
Because you care too much. No, you care too much about the chat, and they don't really care about you like that. They can care less. They actually don't really. They don't like when I have you on the phone. I like talking to you, but they always talk to mess.
They hate me. I love that.
Right, but but that's the thing, is that you love the fact that they hate you, and you're thriving off that, and that ain't good, man.
What I will say this, and for the chat and stuff, it's a battle. I know they don't like me. I know how they feel about me, and I still stand up for myself and my beliefs and my morals. So when I'm seeing myself getting attacked and dragged or whatever, I said, come and address it to me. I'm over here on IG. I still say a lot of things. I've called in. I've sent super chats. I'm going to still be me, and I'm going to still show up in the ring. So whatever they're saying and stuff, they're not nearly as tough as they think they are.
Hey, man, I'm do whatever you feel like you feel is right to do, or whatever the case is. But I'm just saying, be honest about it, and be, they're saying disrespectful things to me, but I'm also saying it back. You don't want to be in denial about that, because then it'll have you acting out and doing crazy things.
So do you think it's wrong for me to call like to be offended where if somebody calls me the N word or the F word, but then I should be in the wrong for calling like James the B word.
Well, if you're gonna get offended, then you have to also realize that you're also being offensive in the same light when you're calling other people those same things. So you got to use the same rules that apply. So if you don't want people to say it, then you can't say it. Set the example. But if you're okay with people saying it because you do it, you got to be honest about that, is what I'm saying.
I'm okay with people coming back. Like I said, I say it disrespectfully, wholeheartedly. I say it with my intent, knowing that it's mean, knowing that it's rude, but also because he's not. We don't have to get into that because that's a different conversation.
Well, I'm like way past time. Call me. We could finish this up tomorrow if you're interested. But call me again tomorrow. I so out of time. JC.
Yes, sir. I'll let you go.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Man, I'm way past time. Other callers I can't get to, you guys called me a little bit too late. I was sitting there on the phones. I was sitting here talking. But I got to go. American Anchor Baby's coming in. Watch his stuff. Bye.